So we're back with a brand new update where in today's video, we're going to be sharing with you one of my favorite strategies for trading binary options during weekends. So yeah, you can actually make quick money in the markets trading when markets are closed. This is one of the many benefits provided by OTC. And while there are many strategies out there, this strategy is my go-to. This is the one that I use for OTC. But the reason why we are making today's video is because we're going to share with you the new and improved version of this already simple 1-minute trading strategy, incorporating another indicator as an added level of confluence to confirm our buys and sells and thereby improve the overall accuracy of this already proven and tested strategy, which allowed us to capitalize a perfect winning session with no losses, delivering over $4,000 in profit on a Saturday afternoon. So if you like what you see and gain any value, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. With that being said, let's hop into the charts to get started with today's video. Now, this session was done on the Pocket Options platform. Pocket Options is by far one of the most popular brokers in the industry for the fact that they've been around for many years, and it's one that I've been personally using for over 3 years. They provide a simple and easy to use interface for navigating and trading the binary option markets, easy functions for adjusting your expiration times, your dollar values, with higher and lower buttons for your buys and your sells. They have an extensive list of global pairs that you can trade 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in addition to cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks, and indices, all of which provide competitive payouts for high profit returns. They have a great selection of various indicators that you can use and incorporate to your trading regardless of whatever strategy you're using. Free $50,000 demo accounts, which you could use at any time for backtesting and practicing various strategies and trading methods in a risk-free environment. And best of all, Pocket Option services are available for many countries around the globe. So whether you want to use Pocket Options for their free demo accounts or use them for your trading and start earning profits through the binary option markets, you can access all of their resources down below in the video description. All right, so if you have any questions or need help, feel free to comment down below. You can also reach me more directly either via email or Telegram. You can access all of my official contact information down below in the video description. And while you're down there, be sure to check out our trading resources provided, including links to free demo accounts, which you'll definitely want to use to practice and backtest new strategies like the one we're going to be going over today. Our free binary option trading, where I share profitable secrets no one talks about on YouTube. We have our trading group, where I personally teach beginners and struggling traders how to master any strategy to their advantage. For those of you who are interested in following and copying my own personal gold trades, we have our free VIP room for that. And for those of you who like automation, we have a great auto trading system where the trading is done for you, allowing you to earn passive profits in the markets. Again, all of that and much, much more can be found down below. Now, like I said, we're going to be focusing on a specific strategy that I mainly use for trading OTC markets, especially on weekends. However, this strategy isn't limited to just trading OTC. It can be used during live markets as well. So whether you're someone who prefers to trade OTC or you only like to trade live markets during the week, this is a strategy that can be applied to both. Basically, the way that this strategy works is a moving average crossover concept. Personally, I like to trade this strategy on the 30-second time frame, which means every candlestick represents a 30-second time period of price data. So 30-second time frame targeting 1-minute expirations. Now we're going to be using 3 indicators. So if you come to the indicators tab, click moving average 3 times to apply 3 moving averages with custom settings, where our first moving average is going to be set to a period of 2, and we made this one white. Second moving average is set to a period of 5. This is going to be our greenish bluish color. And then our third and final moving average is set to a period of 100, and this is our red moving average. Now, like I said, we've covered this strategy before, but the main focus, or I should say the main point of today's video, is to show you another tool that we're going to use in addition to the moving averages, which are going to enhance the signal probability for your buys and sell, and thereby improve your overall accuracy. But the way that this strategy works is if you're looking for sell trades, you want the white moving average to cross below our light blue moving average. Once you have the crossover, this is a signal for a sell. So you would enter for, in this case, we're on the 30-second time frame targeted 1-minute trades. So we'd enter for a 1-minute sell. And as you can see, 1, 2, this would have been a profitable entry. We also see another example of that here. We had consolidation, but then we had the final drop here. And then we also have an example of that here, here, and here as well. Okay. But if you're looking for a buy, you want the white moving average, which is, again, just to remind you guys of the values, the white moving average is the 2, light blue moving average is the 5. Okay. So in other words, we want our 2 moving average to cross above the 5. As we could see here, once you have the crossover, enter for the buy. 1, 2, this would have been a profitable entry. And as you can see, just from this area alone, we have multiple examples of profitable buy entries based off of the crossover criteria. Now, the red moving average, which is our 100 MA, this is going to be your trend identification tool. In other words, you want to use this as a reference where you target your buys and your sells based off of the current trend of the market. If price is above your red moving average, this is bullish momentum, so we're in a buyer's market, so we're only looking for buy trades in these areas. Therefore, we ignore any of these sell indications from the moving averages. But if price is below the moving average, this indicates seller's momentum, so we're in a seller's market, so we're only looking for sell trades, and we are ignoring any of the buy signals. This is highly recommended, especially if you are a beginner and you are new to using this strategy. Follow the trend. If you're in an uptrend, look for buys. If you're in a seller's market, look for sells. All right. Now, as your skills improve, yes, then you can start identifying other opportunities where you can start counter trend trading. This is something I do in a lot of my videos out there, and this is what many traders do as well. But for those of you who are new, stick to following the trend. So when it comes to the rules of this strategy, it is very simple. We are using the moving average crossovers as an indication for our buys and sells. This is why I love this strategy, because it's simple, it's effective, it's easy to adapt even for beginners, allowing people to capitalize quick profits in these markets within these small moves. However, over the last few weeks, I have been incorporating another indicator as an added confirmation, and it has complemented this strategy beautifully. So with that being said, let's roll the footage of our live session. Then we'll come back, review the results, and more importantly, show you how to incorporate this one final confirmation to improve your profitability. Let's take a look. So as you can see from the results, this was a perfect session targeting 5 trades, not a single loss, giving us a 100% win rate. And if we come here to our trade history, we can see the data of those trades taken during the session. Now, again, this trading session was conducted on a Saturday afternoon when traditional markets are closed. So obviously we're targeting OTC pairs, but just remember that if you're someone who prefers to trade live markets, this strategy, included with the improvements that we're going to go over, can be applied during live markets as well. But this is why I love this strategy so much, is because not only of its simplicity, but it allows you to get in and out of the markets very quickly. As you could see from the timestamps from the first trade entry to the closing of the last, this entire session only lasted about 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, we found 5 entries with 0 losses, giving us a total profit return of over $4,000. Again, folks, on a Saturday afternoon. Now, I do have to give credit to our viewers and subscribers here within our community, because I got a lot of positive feedback from the strategy, and I've also received feedback from traders who have incorporated other indicators to further enhance the strategy. And that indicator, as you saw from the live footage, was incorporating the stochastics. Okay, so come here to indicators tab, click on stochastics oscillator. It's applied to the bottom of your chart, and these are going to be custom settings as well. So we come to the settings, we're going to change the K period to 5 and leave everything else at 3 and 3 and click save. All right, now the purpose of the stochastics, let me just expand this a little bit. We have an 80 and 20 level. 80 level is considered overbought, which indicates a potential or upcoming change in momentum for opportune sells. And then we have the lower overbought level, where there's a change in momentum to indicate potential buys. Okay, so what we're doing here, folks, is we are looking for the crossovers of the moving averages for our buys and sells, but then we look at the stochastics, right? Before we enter the trade, we look at the stochastics to see if we are in overbought or oversold territory. So for example, if we were looking for a sell, here we have the crossover of our moving averages. Before we enter the trade, we want to look at our stochastics. Is our stochastics overbought? Yes, it is. Is our stochastics crossing over with downward momentum? Yes, we do. So when we have these conditions from the stochastics complementing the crossover of the moving average, this further solidifies, or I should say verifies, that most likely price is going to come down. So you enter for a sell, which, as you can see, this would have been a profitable entry. If you were looking for a buy, same concept. We have the crossover of the moving averages, but before we take the trade, we want to look at our stochastics. Is it oversold? Yes, it is. Do we have the crossover and upward momentum? Yes, we do. When you have both confluences complementing each other, you enter for the buy, which as you can see would have been a profitable entry. But remember the golden rule of trading. Doesn't matter what strategy or indicators you're using, make sure that you combine your strategy with your analysis. What is price doing in addition to the indicators that confirm that buy or sell? Where is price reacting from? What types of patterns do you see? This is something I incorporate in all of my trading, which is why I'm able to maintain a higher win rate. For example, for that first buy we took for NZD USD, we can see from our point of entry, price had just bounced off of our 100 EMA, which at times the moving average can serve as a level of support resistance. But we don't just rely on a moving average for being support or resistance. We also have to have it complement an actual area, which in this case was bouncing off of a level of support that was previous resistance here and here. Here's a classic example of a seller's market where price is creating lower highs and lower lows, right? This is a seller's market structure. And we also see the price has just recently crossed below the 100 moving average, indicating a potential change in trend with a bounce off of that 100 moving average, which again can serve as a level of resistance. Combining that with the confirmations of our indicators, we entered for the sell. Here for USD CAD, which were the last couple of trades that we had taken, I entered for a trade before we got the crossover of the moving averages or our stochastics. Why? Because again, I'm paying attention to where price is reacting from, which in this case reacted off of a resistance that was previous support. This is to show you that by paying attention to what the markets are doing, you can position yourself at a much better entry well before the indicators are telling you when to buy or sell. It was only after our first entry closed in profit, we finally got the confirmation of our indicators. So because of that, then we entered for another position, which also closed in profit. Now, is this strategy perfect? Absolutely not. By showing you this, I'm not saying that this strategy is going to help you win all the time. That's impossible. But what I am showing you is this strategy, which is one that I've been using for a very long time. Like I said, it's my go-to strategy for trading OTC. The changes that we are incorporating today further improve what I consider my perfect strategy for trading OTC. Remember, at the end of the day, trading is all about probabilities. I say this a lot. By following these concepts, not only does it help you identify more profitable entries with higher win rate probabilities, it also helps filter out those false signals, which allows you to discern for yourself when to enter a trade and also when not to enter a trade and wait for a better setup. This is one of the many things that I teach our students within our mentorship, empowering you with the knowledge to navigate these markets from a technical and a fundamental aspect so you can use any strategy to your advantage. If you want to learn more about our training course, you can click the link down below in the video description or visit our website anytime. And don't forget to check out our free binary training, which is also available down below.
All right, traders, that concludes our video for today. Hope you gained some value. Again, if you have any questions, reach out anytime. Don't forget to check out our trading resources down below in the video description. If you want to watch any of our recent uploads, you can check out these recommendations. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.